Alrighty, happy Friday and Olympic Day, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with First Alert Weather Cole Engle on this Olympic Day. How are you?
I'm great, Taylor. How are you?
Are you feeling like a champ?
Feeling like a champ.
All right.
You know what? Another thing that's feeling like a champ, I think, is the weather. 'Cause
Oh.
it's so nice out. It's perfect.
It feels so good. I walked out
great.
there with a little sweater because I'm cold in here.
Yeah.
And I had to like rip it off. I was like, it's nice.
It's nice. It's like mid-70s outside. In fact, we'll show it right here.
Yeah.
We're having 76 degrees right now in Lansing and 75 down there in Charlotte. Mostly sunny everywhere. A lot of these icons have clouds on them, but you'll see from the US 127 Skycam, they're just those puffy cumulus clouds sticking around out there, and that's going to stick around for the rest of the evening. But it's going to be really nice and no rain showers tonight.
Perfect.
So,
Well, I know like we're talking about some of those milky, kind of hazy skies from the wildfire smoke in Canada, but I know other than that, you along with our other meteorologists are talking about the clear skies that we're going to be getting. So that's great news.
Yes, yep. So, and I think the haze has gone away for a little while at least. So we finally are getting a break from that wildfire smoke.
All right.
But yeah, another good thing is that humidity is going to be sticking, or is going to be lower the next few days, especially today and tomorrow, and it'll come back later on next week. But right now we're in the 50s right now, which is pretty comfortable. Whenever you're below that 60-degree dew point mark, it does feel pretty nice out there. And that's what everyone's seeing right now. I even expect that to drop a little bit going into the next few hours. And yeah, looking at satellite and radar, nothing going on for the entire state of Michigan, and zooming out for the entire Midwest. And this is because we have high pressure that is dominating our weather pattern, and that's going to dominate our weather pattern for the next few days. A few rain showers down in Iowa, but that's fizzling out, and again, that's not going to reach us because we have that high pressure in play. We'll take it hour by hour, though, mainly focusing on the temps because we don't have a lot of precipitation in this. But yeah, we're going to go into the later evening hours here, and it's going to be in the mid-70s here at 8 o'clock tonight, and if you have any plans outside, it should be great. Like I said, humidity is going to be low. So yeah, any outdoor plans, it's a go. It's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah.
And then going overnight tonight, we're going to drop into the mid-50s. Also, it's another good night to keep those windows open because, again, that humidity is going to stay low. It's going to feel great. Tomorrow, we're waking up in the low 60s, and then we're going to bounce up into the 80s, a little bit warmer than what we saw today. And I also think that we'll have some of those puffy cumulus clouds tomorrow like we're having today. But I don't think any rain is in the forecast for tomorrow. So another pretty similar day tomorrow as today, just a tad bit warmer. And I don't think
we'll take it.
Yeah, and I don't even think the humidity will be that much more on Saturday. So another great day. If you have any plans outside, it'll be great for them. Going into Sunday, we'll start off in the low 60s. So you do notice we do have a little bit of cloud cover starting to creep in from the southwest. This is ahead of our next system that we have coming in next week for the more chances of rain. And those chances of rain will really start on the end of Sunday night and increase going into the work week. Looking at the 5-day rainfall, you can see that everyone has a chance of rain looking at the next 5 days. But you see that both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is all clear. And then Monday and Tuesday is when we have those chances of rain start to move in, especially on Tuesday. I think that's going to be our best chance for those showers and thunderstorms. But another place that's seeing a little bit of rain today is over in Paris.
That is a cool graphic.
Yeah, I love this graphic. I was so excited to show it today. But yeah, it's already 8 o'clock there in Paris. They're 6 hours ahead of us, and they saw a little bit of rain today. Temps in the low 70s. And then you can see, we'll play a little loop of the radar there, or future radar, I should say.
That is fun to look at.
Yeah, so they have a little stubborn band of rain, looks like, over them. It's going to stick around for them for the next few hours. And I think even tomorrow is going to be similar. But it's going to heat up later on this week and clear out for Paris. So something a little to look forward to once this rain does start to clear out. But then going back to the U.S., you know, it's also supposed to get warmer in Paris, but it's also going to get warmer here. Looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, it's looking likely we're going to be warmer than average here going into the end of July and the start of August. And we'll take a look at the 10-day forecast here, and you'll be able to see where we see those higher temperatures. Starting with the 7-day, again, beautiful today, beautiful tomorrow. Sunday's also looking like a pretty good day. It's going to be a little bit warmer, going to get closer to the upper 80s. That humidity will start to creep back in that day. But the best chance of those rain showers will start to come in on Monday and Tuesday. And then you can kind of see there's a chance of rain showers and thunderstorms every day next week during the work week going into Saturday. And then we don't really have another chance for a clear day until next Sunday. So
Wow.
Taylor, if you have any outdoor plans or if you want to do any summer-like activities, it's looking like this weekend's going to be the weekend to do so.
I know you and I have talked about, people going out to the lakes, the summer concert
Yes.
series.
Coast
if you
Guard.
want to, yeah, Coast Guard. There you go.
Yeah, that started this weekend. I know the lake or the water temperatures right now are a little bit cooler. We had a little bit of upwelling, which brings that colder water
Interesting.
from the bottom of the lake, from that east wind. So I do think that water temperatures are like in the low 60s, so it's a little cold there, but the weather should be pretty great. So if you're cruising to town or anything, it's going to be a great day for doing that.
Yeah, a refreshing feel after being out in the sun and that warmth. Luckily, you said those dew points are lower, which means it won't be as humid for the beginning part of the weekend.
Yep.
And you have like the sun sandwich on the 10-day forecast.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah.
I like it. You get all
Yep.
those rain showers. Okay, but speaking on the rain showers, Cole, because I know you showed that one graphic showing the predicted rainfall we're going to be getting across the next week.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have the rain icons. For me, when I'm looking at this, I go, that's a lot of rain. Are we going to be getting a lot of rain? Do you expect a washout, or are these, I know you said some light showers.
So I don't expect a washout. It's going to be one of those things where we just have like a round of rain comes in and then it might be sunny during
Okay.
the day. But it's something that's going to be happening looking like every single day in the work week next week.
So watch out for puddles or anything
Right,
like that.
yeah. So, and this is, of course, something we're going to be watching for, for a potential alert day. But as of right now, like, especially Monday, I'm not...
Yeah, we're far out a
Yeah,
little
we're
bit,
far
too.
out. I'm not expecting anything, but this is something I'm going to be looking more into to see if it comes, a little more severe or something. Yeah, it's something we'll be watching for.
Otherwise, I mean, let's just skip the, next week
Yeah.
and focus on this weekend, because that's looking picture
Yes.
perfect.
Yep. Yeah, it's looking great. Like I said, if you have any outdoor plans or you want to go outside, this is going to be the weekend to do it, because next weekend or the weekend following, it's looking a little dicey. It's 10 days out, so things could change. Whereas this weekend, I'm very confident it's going to be a good one.
All
So,
right, and we
yeah.
were talking about getting those good weekends back, because you had that whole stat a little while ago where it was like we just had rain every single weekend.
Yeah.
So-
Yep. So yeah, finally trying out this weekend. Take advantage of it.
And it's the final weekend of July, so make sure to get out there, because
Yes.
August starts on Thursday, right?
Crazy, yeah.
It's Thursday.
I
Let
think
me
so.
check my calendar.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep,
sounds about
next
right.
Thursday is August 1st. There we go. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's coming up quick and
Time's
quick.
flying.
Okay, time is flying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when's the next time people can catch you, Cole? We're figuring that out.
I'm not sure, but I think next Friday, I think I'm doing the 11 with you.
Let's go.
I think that's what we're doing. I think that's the next one. So,
Sounds good.
Looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Like we're looking forward to the weather this weekend. All right. Well, we will see you hopefully next week.
Yep.
On News 10 today at 11. Otherwise, you can catch Colton Sigaracki coming up today on First at 4. I do have a quick question here from Chris. Good afternoon from East Lansing, Chris. Is Studio 10 on today? How do you see the question that they asked yesterday? That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. Studio 10 is not on today, so we are actually having them part of First at 4. You can watch them at the end of our First at 4 hour-long newscast, and that's where you can find Studio 10. I'm going to have to ask about the question that they asked yesterday. That's good to know. I'm going to text them right now, and if I get a response, I will let you know. Otherwise, make sure to join First at 4 for our first hour-long version today because of the Olympics, and then we'll make sure to relay that message on to you. So thank you, Chris, for asking that question. That's why we have this here. I love that. All right, well, Cole, we will see you later. Enjoy the
Yep.
beautiful weather.
Thank you.
Yes.
You too.
All right, well, coming up today on First at 4, and like I just said, today for First at 4, and moving forward throughout the duration of the Paris Olympics, First at 4 and News 10 today at 11 will be an hour-long newscast, and I'll show you those programming changes here in just a little bit. I know we have questions on that. But yes, today on First at 4 during Mid-Michigan Matters, we're talking about collecting supplies for local schools. So earlier this week on Mid-Michigan Matters, we brought in a business expert from Michigan State University's Broad College of Business, speaking on how K through 12 students, the expected cost for parents to get all the school supplies for those K through 12 students is around $875. And then for college students, of course, you're talking about getting the mini fridges, technology, anything else they might need for the dorms, apartments, wherever they're living for college. That's going to be around $1,400. So all of this adds up, right? All the different school supplies. Plus, if you have multiple kids, that's multiplying your finances. And so we want to help simplify and relieve your financial headache. And so we're bringing in Sylvan Learning Center in Lansing today to talk about how they are having a school supply drive. And they're asking for the community's help to drop off these school supplies and help these local area schools. So we're going to be talking about the need, what they're looking for, and then what happens when children don't have the resources that they need to excel academically. So we're going to dive into that coming up today on Mid-Michigan Matters during our First at 4 hour-long newscast. And then coming up today on News 10 at 5, it is the Summer Olympic Games in Paris, and they got off to a scary start as suspected arson attacks on the French high-speed rail network disrupted travel for hundreds of thousands of people. So we're going to have more into that arson, or the suspected arson attack, coming up News 10 at 5. And then also today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer has ordered flags to fly at half-staff, and this is to honor a fallen police officer in Metro Detroit. It's the third Michigan law enforcement officer killed in the line of duty this month alone. We have more on how Officer Melvindale police officer Mohammed Saeed is being remembered and what is next for the man accused in his murder. That's coming up tonight on News 10 at 5:30. And then lastly, News 10 at 6. Early voting starts tomorrow for many local communities, and one being the Jackson School District. Voters in the area will decide on a millage increase to provide programming for both kids and seniors. And our very own Aaron Bowling took to the playground to get the reason for the increase and the cost to taxpayers. So make sure to catch Aaron's report. That is coming up tonight on News 10 at 6. I am now going to show you the programming changes that we have. And real quick, actually, let me show you Studio 10, because again, Studio 10 is going to be joining First at 4 for these next couple of weeks here. Because of the Paris Olympics. So we want you to know how you can catch Studio 10. They're going to continue posting all of their things on their social media pages. So just head to WILX Studio 10 for their social media pages. And then you can head to Studio 10 at WILX.com if you're a business. You want to sponsor with Studio 10, especially when they come back right there on their, not on a full hiatus, but on their hiatus for their 3 o'clock show. And again, they're going to be at the end of First at 4 on our hour-long newscast. So make sure that you're tuning in to catch all of your Studio 10 content. But real quick, let me show you where you can find Studio 10 social media on YouTube. I just typed in WILX Studio 10 right here, or in the search bar, and that's where it pulls up. And you scroll down, you can see all the cute little reindeer. They had their Christmas in July this week, and they're talking all things Christmas in July, and they got more happening if you want to head out into the water. Love Lansing like a local, okay? Cole was talking about the great weather this weekend. Get out there, kayak, paddleboard, whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to make a delicious little meal, create some Sunday snowmans. You can do that as well. But you can also click on playlists, and then it breaks up the videos even better, where you can see if you want to dive into a few of them and really gain some ideas. That is a great way to go about it for Studio 10. But something else I was telling you about is those programming changes here at News 10. And so News 10 today at 11 and First at 4 will be extended into an hour-long newscast. And usually we have our channel on 10.1, but you can watch News 10 today at 11 and First at 4, the hour-long newscast, on our Heroes and Icons channel on 10.3. And then News 10 at 5 and 5:30, and hold it, can't forget about Jeopardy! They will be on MeTV, that is channel 10.2. So make sure that you are tuning in and staying up to date on these changes. Again, this is during the duration of the Summer Paris Olympics that are happening right now. So you can always tune in to our newscast. We're going to be streaming and airing all of the Olympic coverage that you need to know, because, hey, go Team USA. But one more time, let me show you those programming changes. So again, News 10 today at 11 and First at 4. We'll have Studio 10 at the end. And then also, you're going to watch those as an hour-long version on our Heroes and Icons channel on 10.3. One more time again, News 10 at 5 and 5:30, and Jeopardy! Will be moved onto MeTV, that is channel 10.2. So again, this is during the Olympics over the next couple of weeks here, these next 17 days. So just make sure that you're tuning in, you're adjusting to those changes to continue tuning into us here at News 10, so we can continue giving you your local news, breaking news, Olympic coverage, and all of the above. But yes, that is everything we have coming up that you would need to know in terms of the changes here at News 10 throughout these next few weeks. But I also do want to send it to Deanna Giles and Tanaya Jordan. They are on our touch board behind me, so I'm going to pull that up real quick. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to send it to Deanna.
Hi, Taylor. We never want to hear or see of a school shooting, but the reality is it happens far too often. That's why the Ingham County Sheriff's, the Stockbridge Police Department, and many other local agencies came together for a school shooting simulation, making sure they're prepared to protect your children and loved ones. I'll have details on News 10 at 4 and 5 and the full story at 6. Back to you, Taylor.
All right, thank you, Deanna. So talking about this training, preventing those future incidents from happening, or at least knowing what to do in case those future incidents happen at any of those school districts. Deanna's going to have more, like she said, coming out News 10, 4, 5, and 6. So you can look forward to all of that. Let me see here. With all of that, actually, I do want to pull up something real quick, is our You're Not Alone mental health series. So I know we've had a lot of big events in the news recently, and if that's something that ties into you personally and you feel affected by it, know that you're not alone. You know, whether that's talking about the stress, whether you're talking about the Olympics, you know, a lot of athletes are facing that stress, or talking about back to school. I know some people get a lot of anxiety, different emotions that get triggered when they're going into new transitions. So no matter what you're going through in this stage of life, if you're feeling like you need that help, you need someone to listen to what you're saying, you're looking for advice, guidance, or just looking for that support, know that there are resources out there for you, and you can scan that QR code on your screen for more of those resources across Mid-Michigan to connect you to those mental health care professionals. And they are ready to speak with you when you are ready to speak with them. So make sure that you are going to check that out. I just wanted to show that real quick before we switched it to Tanaya, so we can switch gears a little bit. But yes, make sure that you're not alone. There are resources out there, and we want you to feel valid in your emotions and improving your emotional well-being. So, and this weekend, great way to get outside to improve your emotional well-being. So make sure to go do that and soak up the sun. We are now going to turn to Tanaya Jordan, see what she has coming up during our 90 minutes of news.
Hi, Taylor. You've probably heard about all the Rite Aids closing across Michigan. Well, Mid-Michigan is no exception. I'm here in Owasso where this Rite Aid is closing its doors. But there's something else coming to the community. Find out more today on our 90 Minutes of News.
All right, thank you, Tanaya. She talks about Rite Aid's closing. Yep, if you're like me, you received a little letter in the mail from Rite Aid saying that they're closing down their stores across Mid-Michigan. Tanaya is going to share more on what will be put in place of some of those stores. She'll have that coming up during our 90 minutes of news. One more time, because of all these changes, I'll show you one last time where you can watch us here on News 10 throughout the Olympics. So I'm just going to leave this up here for a little bit longer because I know we've had some of those questions. Chris, let me make sure if we have any updates on that. Nothing yet. We'll get that clarification soon. Let me try to stall for you just a little bit longer here. Otherwise, this is where you can watch News 10 today at 11, first at 4, News 10 at 5 and 5:30, and then Jeopardy. So again, make sure that you are just all tuning into that and making sure you know where to watch us here on News 10 for these next 2 weeks. We don't want to throw anyone off or have any confusion, so that's why we want to communicate this. So that is where you can watch everything, and then also you can subscribe on our social media pages. So this is a little thing that you can go to right here. Let me see if I can pull this up. There we go. Connect with us. So yeah, that we have Facebook right there. Let me play this one. You've got Instagram, and then also you've got TikTok. So make sure to go check those out. Those are our social media handles. I'll play them through one more time. You got Facebook, WILX News 10. You have Instagram at WILX News 10. And then you also have TikTok at WILX News 10. So very easy ways to find us on social media. Make sure to go check that out. And Chris, I do have an answer for you from Studio 10. Claudia is saying it's on Facebook. So all you have to do is go answer the question on their Facebook page, and then they will be able to answer that. And then hopefully they'll be answering that today. Otherwise, we'll keep you up to date on all of that, Chris. So thank you again for asking that question. But I believe that's everything here on News 10. Let me give you one quick last look outside so you know what to expect as you're heading out into your Friday. This is a live look over Mason. It's looking nice out there. Again, Cole was talking about the sunshine and the heat that you're going to be able to feel. So yeah, just take a little live look at that right now. It is looking good. And you can also download the First Alert Weather app for more updates too, heading into your weekend, and especially heading into next week. Again, Cole was talking about some of those rain chances coming in next week, kind of Sunday, more so into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So just make sure you're downloading the First Alert weather app. Again, this weekend's going to look great, but come next week, you want to watch out for those puddles. You want to make sure that you bring your stuff inside. If there is any heavy rain, just make sure you're keeping an eye on the forecast. So download the First Alert weather app. Great tool to have on your phone. That is everything that we have here on News 10. Make sure that you're tuning in with us. Again, no Studio 10. Usually they're coming up at 3, but instead they're going to be on First at 4 today, the hour-long newscast at the very end. So make sure that you're tuning in and joining us. And until then, go Team USA.